Hey guys, it's my 100th video, yay! Usually there's some sort of celebration thing, but no, you're getting an iPhone video because things and stuff. My computer program that I edit on is not responding because every piece of Adobe software that I use is a butt right now. So anyway, I'm going to talk about, so a few weeks ago, one of the authors that I follow on Twitter, which seems to be mostly the people that I follow, Allie Carter. She wrote the Gallagher Girls series and the Heist Society series, and I think that's all I can think of right now. I'm way out of her age group, but I started reading them when I was still in her age group, so, gotta finish it out. Anyway, she was on tour a few weeks ago, and she went on this Twitter rant. So I don't know if this was the tour brain talking or if this was her. I don't really know the mindset. And it kind of threw me off a little bit because I wasn't sure if it was the most appropriate setting for this kind of rant. So she was talking about how she seems to get a lot of questions about whether or not her characters, oh, is so-and-so going to fall in love with so-and-so? Are they going to get married at the end? Are they going to blah, 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 the whole, 2.5 kids, white picket fence, all that stuff. And she got really ranty about it on Twitter. She was all, like, something about, they're still in high school, they're still young, this should be the furthest thing from their mind, this is not something that they should be worrying about, her characters should be worrying about. And it's not exactly the furthest thing from them. I get where she's coming from, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that it should have, like, the way she was phrasing it looked like she was yelling at the people reading her books for coming to these conclusions and thinking that that's the only kind of ending that is a good ending for her character. And I think she was specifically talking about for female characters, which I can see that point because it's not the only outcome for a female character or a male character, but it mostly happens with female characters. But I don't think that she should have been kind of yelling at the readers, because that's the tone that came across for it. I think she should have more directed the ranting towards the media that her readers are consuming that are not hers. Because I get where the readers are coming from. I have, grown as a female. Most of my entire life I have been growing up, and I still am, especially now that I am of the marriageable age, bombarded with get a man and get married and start popping out babies. That is like the message that has been sent to me my entire life. Ladies who watch me, you know what I'm talking about. Really most people just want to see you dressed in bridal clothes when you're a girl. That's about it. And I used to model for a bridal shop, so I have been dressed up, literally dressed up in bridal clothes for fun. So I feel like it's not the reader's fault for assuming that that's what the ending of her books are going to be, because most of her series are coming to a close soon. She has to start she's working on new ideas. So I feel like it's not the reader's fault for coming to those conclusions, it's the media's fault for telling them that that is the only possible outcome. So her anger should not have been directed at the readers, but towards other authors who are perpetuating this idea that that is the only outcome. And most are not. The only one that comes to mind, I really can't think of any that come to mind that, don't. I think, Maureen Johnson, but most of her book series are not finished yet, and then Allie Carter's books, and then can't really think of anything. I mean, even like Princess Diaries kind of ended with the implications that Michael and Mia would, eventually get married because there was the drama and blah, 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 whatever. If you read the series, you know what I'm talking about. And even like there's a blog, Princess Diaries blog, that has kind of said, yes, we're going to get married eventually. So yeah, if you're going to be angry at somebody, be angry at the source of it, not the people who only parrot back what they're told, because that's the only thing that they know, is that, you know, fictional characters, the happy ending is the marriage and the 2.5 kids and the white picket fence and the dog and the, you know, whatever, all that. So, and I mean, like, in some places, you know, getting married right out of high school is not uncommon still. It's still, you know, where I come from, I've only been out of high school a year, 5 years, and it's still, you know, most of the people that I went to school with are engaged or already married, and a lot of them already have kids. You know, when I was in high school, my then boyfriend and I really, really seriously discussed getting married, and I, you know, said no because when he asked, and I said no because I was like, I'm 18 years old. What the hell am I gonna do when this isn't gonna happen right now? So, you know, it's not, in a lot of places in this country and in the world, it's not an uncommon thing. So, you know, to say, well, why do you expect them to get married? Because a lot of people are still doing it. So, yeah. So my question is, after this very long and kind of staggered analysis, I'll be nice and call it that. Was that a right time and place for an outbreak on Twitter, or, you know, the outburst? You know, is it a good forum? I don't think that's a good forum for it. And I really think that part of it had to do that, you know, she was on tour for for her latest book that just came out, and so she's, you know, tired. Most of the authors that I follow on Twitter right now seem to be in some sort of book promotion mode. So, you know, maybe she was not thinking clearly, and if she had been, she would not have taken it to that extreme, because this was several tweets, which, you know, that's when you get to the point where you're like, okay, maybe this, maybe no, maybe we should stop doing this. You know, Twitter etiquette and all that. Not that I am a great proprietor of Twitter etiquette, as some of you might know. So yeah. So yeah, question is, was that a good place? What do you guys think? You know, the treatment of female characters in literature. You know, like I said, can't really think of too many that don't end in some sort of ring on somebody's finger. That's the wrong hand, but you know what I'm talking about. Or is it the wrong? I don't even know. This is how much I know about these kind of things. I don't even know what hand it goes on. So, you know. In fictional worlds, they liked it, so they put a ring on it. Okay, now I can tag this as Beyonce. Alright, so yeah, talk about it, and I will discuss back, and I will see you next time. This is a really long 100th video, so okay, bye!